We're going to take you on a quick tour across the area where we've got bright skies and sunshine. We're going to start down toward Maumee, where it is a mostly sunny late summer evening. We're looking down toward 24 and 475, and traffic moving along as we hit the peak of rush hour just across the river. If you're joining us in and around Perrysburg, you've had a spectacular summer afternoon down toward Levis Commons. One lonely cloud just off in the distance in that easterly sky. Downtown Toledo, a little more cloud cover mixed in with some sunshine, and we're looking toward the Maumee River. And our final stop where the real party is showing up, Jet Express Cam showing all the activity. And the boats have been there for the past couple of days for Bash on the Bay. Two-day event. Today it's ongoing right now. Tomorrow, I think you missed the boat for tonight. It is going to be day number 2 tomorrow. That Thursday Bash concert is going to be lower 80s right on 4 o'clock, slipping back into the 70s as we go after dusk. And I do expect we will likely stay dry into tomorrow evening. Most of us right around the low to mid 80s. You could call it a perfect summer day, a little bit on the humid side, but certainly manageable for this point in late August. We're dry on Doppler radar and do have a few showers and storms that are approaching the thumb of Michigan, but I do expect our very slim chance of some rain that comes in near or after dusk tomorrow night, but nothing like the torrential rain that they've seen yet again down to the south. Let's bring in meteorologist John Birchfield. And John, I feel like we're on repeat with this. We keep talking about major city after major city hit with more heavy rainfall. Give us a perspective on what's going on.
Yeah, Chris, flooding has been the story of this August, not just in the South, but across the United States. We have seen one after another as far as significant flooding events. Now, when we talk about rainfall totals like this, they barely even seem real. We see snowfall amounts in that magnitude, but 1 to 2 feet of rainfall, hard to fathom. Here are a few rainfall reports from the last several days, just to give you an estimate, and then we'll put it closer to home and compare to what we have gotten. Jackson, Mississippi, radar estimates near 15 inches of rainfall. That's over a foot, by the way. Fort Worth, 12 inches. And by the way, that's at the National Weather Service office where they picked up a foot of rain. Balch Springs, a little over a foot. And then looking at some other locations, Dallas got close to that foot mark. Seneca County was one area that got hit really hard over the weekend. We had flooding in Fostoria and Tiffin, just to name a few areas. And we only saw about 4 to 5 inches of rain in Seneca County. Imagine having 3 times that much rain. That's what folks down south encountered over the last several days. And here's a current radar loop. This is not a tropical system, just very slow-moving thunderstorm cells. That vivid purple color, that shows you the heaviest rain across parts of northern Louisiana through Mississippi. And I've circled an area that's been hit particularly hard with some of these slow-moving thunderstorm cells. Some rainfall totals looking near Alexandria, about 7 inches, and further to the south, 10 inches nearing that 1 foot mark. Here is a close zoom near areas like Jackson that picked up about a foot of rainfall. Again, amounts like that are hard to fathom. Now, one of the saddest but most significant impacts of these flooding rains has been fatalities. And this year we have seen 74 flood deaths in the United States, and a good portion of those have been while driving. So while we say turn around, don't drown, it might sound redundant, but it's extremely important to reiterate due to the impacts that we sadly see from these flooding rains. And coming up this Friday in our Climate Friday newsletter, you can subscribe at WTOL.com/email. We'll have more information on this and how climate change may be impacting our weather. But Chris, really hard to believe that those rainfall amounts did not come from a hurricane or a tropical system.
And that's what you would have thought. There's been actually no tropical activity, John, in the month of August. This is in rare territory. In fact, if we look back, it could be the 3rd time since 1961 with no tropical storm activity. Now, our summer feel is going to continue. Hazy, hot, humid weather as we get into the weekend, as we head toward 90 degrees as we go toward the end of the upcoming weekend. So that extended 10-day forecast, your Thursday and Friday, right around the mid-80s will be expected. Friday, on the other side of a weak front that passes into the area, back into the lower 80s. We'll stay right around the low 80s. It is Saturday. Should be a dry start to the weekend. In fact, we'll get through most of the weekend with dry conditions, and near 90 as we get into Sunday. I have thrown in a brief chance of an isolated shower or storm into Sunday evening, and that chance will continue into early next week, Monday and Tuesday. Then we turn a little cooler, and our attention going to turn toward the middle of next week. The start of the Dana Open going to be headed our way. May have some gorgeous weather with highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. And also kicking off this weekend, we've got the German American Fest starting Friday, looking great, low 80s.